Hey guys, Hitman89 here and welcome to my top 10 RPGs you should try in 2020. And don't worry, this isn't a 20-minute video, so sit back, relax and enjoy the video. By the way, keep in mind my top 10s are in no particular order and they're also subjective. So without further ado, let's start with the first game. Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I'ma be honest with you, when I saw the trailers I wasn't really excited because I wanted the remake to have turn-based combat just like the originals, but when I tried it, gotta say I loved it. I mean, look at it. And this is the regular PS4 version you're looking at. Apart from the graphics though, the game is super fun to play and it's just great, so if you have a PS4, you definitely should play the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's okay if you don't have a PS4 though, because the second game I'm about to show you is available on all platforms. It's called The Outer Worlds, and if you're into Fallout, even a little bit, you're gonna love this game. It's funny, addicting, it's got memorable companions, and what I love the most about The Outer Worlds is that it gives you tons of possibilities and all kinds of approaches. You can solve huge problems just by talking to people and convincing them not to kill each other, which is amazing. In my opinion, this is the best RPG of 2019, and it finally came to Nintendo Switch in 2020. Keep in mind the Switch port is fucking terrible though. So if you missed out on The Outer Worlds when it first came out, give it a shot now and let me know what you think of it. At number 3 we have Outward, more like outdated. I mean honestly, this game looks like it came out 10 years ago. That being said, this is an old school RPG with enough survival elements to make it as boring as possible. Just kidding. Outward is a survival RPG, a tough one. As soon as you step outside the first village, you get gangbanged by bandits until you pass out and wake up a couple of days later, naked, with a sore butthole. Was that too graphic? My bad. In all seriousness though, Outward supports split-screen co-op, and that's the main reason why it's on my list. Speaking of co-op, let me show you the fourth RPG you should play in 2020. Take the Minecraft universe, get rid of what makes Minecraft, turn it into an ARPG, add 4-player co-op support, and you get Minecraft Dungeons. So if you're new to this genre and you want an accessible ARPG, Minecraft Dungeons could be perfect for you. Now if you want to wade deeper, isometric RPG, I don't know why I did that, but seriously, take a look at Pillars of Eternity 2. It's an isometric body-based RPG that first came out on PC in 2018. Oh, and let me tell you something right off the bat. I prefer Divinity Original Sin 2, but I already featured it on last year's video, so I'm not gonna keep on recycling my shit. You know, plus Pillars of Eternity 2 finally came out on Xbox One, PS4 and Nintendo Switch in 2020, and it's a great RPG, so I just had to put it on this list. It's got both real-time and turn-based combat, which is awesome. Long story short, if you're into deep, old-school, party-based role-playing games, you should give Pillars of Eternity 2 a shot. Moving on to another deep game, even though this one isn't a classic RPG, because Mountain Blade 2 is basically a crossover between an RPG and an RTS. You start up as a little bitch and you slowly gather a few people around you so you can start a clan, build an army, and found your own kingdom. It's extremely addicting and super fun to play. By the way, feel free to check out my honest review on Bannerlord by clicking the bubble that just showed up, or the link in the description. And yeah, I'm plugging my previous video. So what? Anyways, at number 7 we have Darksiders 3. And I know Darksiders Genesis came out on console earlier this year, and it came out on PC like maybe 6 or 7 months ago. What I'm basically trying to say is, I know Darksiders Genesis is more recent, but I honestly prefer Darksiders 3. Because even though it's 2 years older than Genesis, in my opinion, it's a much better game. Don't expect a AAA game though, this isn't God of War, but it's still good. I mean, it's linear as fuck, but it's challenging and the character design is awesome. Moving on to the 8th game on my list, Trials of Mana is the remake of the original game that came out in 1995 on Super Nintendo. I was 6 back then and I never had a Super Nintendo, so I didn't get to play the original Trials of Mana. But if you're an old fuck like me and you were lucky enough to play it, you're gonna love the remake. If you're on the fence though, just get the demo and see if you like it. The game is beautiful, smooth, fun to play. I just wish the combat system was a little better, but I prefer JRPGs with turn-based combat, so maybe that's just me. Speaking of turn-based combat, at number 9 we have Octopath Traveler. Damn, my transitions are so fucking good. Anyways, back to Octopath Traveler. I saw it last year, I didn't feel like playing it because I'm a prejudiced bitch and I love good looking games. But guess what? I was wrong. This game is pretty good, even though it looks like it came out 20 years ago on Game Boy Advance. In all seriousness though, I love the combat system, boss fights are challenging, and the game is super addicting. So if you haven't played it yet, you should consider giving it a shot. Last but certainly not least, at number 10 we have Horizon Zero Dawn. It came out over 3 years ago on PS4 and now it's finally coming to PC. So if you don't have a PS4 and you're gonna be playing the game for the very first time in 2020, here's what you should know before you consider buying it. Horizon is a post-apocalyptic, story-driven, open-world action RPG where you use primitive weapons to take down huge robots. I mean, it's one of the best games of this console generation, and that's why it's on my list. Anyways, that's gonna be it for my top 10 role-playing games you should play in 2020. I tried to diversify my selection as much as possible, so I hope you found at least 2 good games that will keep you busy for a few months. Also keep in mind that if there are any great RPGs that are over 2 years old and that I haven't put on this video, that's probably because they're already on last year's video, so maybe check it out. Anyway, special thanks to buygames.ps for providing me with the PS4 games you saw in this video. You'll find the link in the description, so if you want to get yourself some PS4 or even Xbox One games, be sure to check them out. Also, if you're new to the channel, you might want to subscribe. I make game reviews and top 10 videos just like this one, so maybe check them out. I don't know. It's been Hitman89. See you guys very soon.
Girls doing lines like a barcode, black and white keys moving bass by the carload. Everything I push is fucking dope. Mark